I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 15, Volume 3. And this week, we've got another one of those tapes from that large collection from the first volume, which I showed you. So this, though, I decided to go from 1 to the last one I could find. So this is 21, and as you can see, there's some actually more interesting games on here, so more modern games, should I say, in the sense of the things. We've got Monsters in Hell from Softtech, we've got Phoenix, which is a fantastic game, Megapede, Cookie, Hunchback, and we've got Fire Pilot, which I can never play. I'm really bad at playing that one. It's only C15, but because it's 5 games, it's going to take us a while. And there's something else, look, hang on, let's have a little look here. A computer tape. Length 98, so he basically went for how long it was in his tape deck, so it was basically a 48k, that's what it was. So there we go, there's our computer tape. We've got inside out, look, inside out, let's go with that. Let's have a look at it while we're here. So it's just a weird inlay, these ones, it's like half inlays, but they kind of make sense really, there's not a lot to print on it. Save a bit of money. Made in Hong Kong before it became China, obviously. Well, it was always China, but it was Hong Kong was a province of it. Anyway, so we've got that one. But I just wanted to show you something else that I picked up though while I was at it. So let's show you something else I picked up while I was out. So we'll get that in a second. But let me show you this. This massive box is another collection of things for What's on the Tape. Look at all that. Look at that. We got loads in here. Now, this is, they come along like, sometimes they come along a bit like, sometimes there's none, and then sometimes there's just like buses. There's like loads of them. You know, there's loads of games turn up. So this is like £6 just basically for delivery. So that was a huge box in the Puma box. I don't know what size shoes we were. Are we a 10? I think we're 10. Paid 28 quid when it was originally the original box of Puma. There we got Puma. So we got that, and I just wanted to remind you of the options for the end of the season. So the options for the end of the season were Power Up or Special Action. So you can either power up or you can have some special action. I don't know which one's winning at the moment, actually, to be honest with you. I've read the comments, but I haven't really counted, if that makes sense. So 2 options, both of them for you to choose from for the end of the season, if you haven't already made a choice. I think you already have, though, so most of you have. So without further ado, let's get that into a tape drive. Right, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to my favourite, go down to basic and load dit. So load speech marks, there we go. And this should be Monsters from Hell. Now, I actually have played this one before. In fact, it's probably on the shelf in front of me, funnily enough. Not too, well, say in front of me, not too far away from me. There may be a shelf with it on. Monsters from Hell. Yes, it is. There it is. Yeah, it's a load code. Load code. Let's get the load code in here. So, hang on. Load code. Break that. Load code. Yeah, I got load code. It's, as I say, it's not too far away. Let me just go grab it for a second. I have played it on the channel before. It's a separate video on its own, I think. I might have uploaded it. I can't remember. Hang on. I'm grabbing it. You stay there. I'm just coming. I'm here. I'm back. I have to wonder how much of that you can hear. It's got the most fantastic cover, though. It's got this sort of weird insect-like green god in a fiery hell with a man running away from it. And it's by Martin Lewis. And I'm not sure whether or not he's a money supermarket specialist, but he could be. Might be the same one. Can you imagine if that's how he started his career? I used to create Spectrum games for Softtech back in the day. It's part of the Arcade Ace series. Arcade Ace. It's basically a version of Digger Dan, if you've played that. I don't know what the original arcade version for that game was, though. Do you remember what it was? Yeah, you go. M. Lewis. So I don't remember what the original arcade version of that game was, but basically you dig holes, the monsters fall into it, and then you either jump on their heads or hit them with a shovel. A bit like Horace and the Spiders, the 1, 2, 3, third section of it, isn't it? Because the first section is you run along and you have to jump up and over spiders and up little embankments. Then you have to jump between the webs to get to their nest. And then you have to make holes and then let the spiders fall and jump on the spider's head. Same sort of thing. Dig a Dan, basically. So that's the game. It has, as I say, it has appeared on. I'm sure it's appeared on the channel. I'm absolutely 100% it has appeared on the channel. If it hasn't, I'll put it. It won't be long before it's put on there. And I bet you I made the same comment about the fact that it was Martin Lewis of obviously Money Supermarket. Was it Money Supermarket or was it something else? He's something like a money expert, isn't he? Apparently, phones hit. What's he called? The Chancellor himself, Mr. Rishi Sunak, actually calls up Martin to ask his advice on things. I probably doesn't like his advice very much, though. I suspect. Yeah, cut some taxes, man. tell Ofgem that they can't raise the prices of fuel anymore. You know, sorry, a bit political with that one, but kind of to the point, isn't it? Realistically, but anyway, let's have a quick sup of coffee. I've got a bucket full of it. I've got this dairy milk one today. We found this in a charity shop. It was like 50p, but it says dairy milk on it, so it's like a branded mug for 50p. Can't really beat it, can you? But it's like a bucket full of it. So a bucket full of coffee for me today. I'm in the mood for a bit of coffee. You remember a while back, Ben Steele, a friend to the channel. Ben, if you're out there, I've not heard from you for a while. Thank you very much. He sent me a game that I was looking for a while called Hexagon Museum and something else. It actually went from the UK to the States and back again. Amazing. But but Ben sent me some super sort of super tough, really sort of nasty. Oh, that's right, the vampires. That's right, the vampires. Is it M? How do I dig? I look at the instructions. Oh god, I'm getting taken out by vampires. Got 4 lives left. I'm getting killed by the vampires lots of times. Yeah, the vampires. I forgot that. The vampires. That's OP left and right. 0 dig, which is a very weird button to make dig. Q and A are up and down. Up and down are right. I think I've got them. I think I've got the keys. Let's go for it. Alright, press space to play. Dig. I can't dig on this level, that's right. God, these vampires are proper tough. There you go. Dig a hole for the vampire. Oop, I fell on my bum. There's a vampire, so you've got to be very accurate with what you're on. Come on, can we get me? So they're like vampires. There's one dead. Oh, that's right, he falls through it and he dies. I've forgotten that. That's right, that you've got to kill all the vampires within a certain length of time. I think there's like 100 vampires. That's the weird vampires, aren't they? I've got loads of kills. There you go. You're out of holy power. Oh, that's right, I run out of power. Oh, it's really weird. I forgot this one. It's a weird game. I need holy power to kill the vampire. There we go. Got vampires dying. There we go. Oh, that's right, they have to fall in the pits of hell. Come on, vampires, come get me. I don't know how you fill the holes back in again, to be honest with you. It's not bad. It's not the best game in the world. It's playable enough. I don't know how many kills I have to get to, but I've got to keep up with my holy power. And the problem with this is, of course, I've now done myself a mischief. You're in the flames of hell. Press space. Yeah, that's not going to be no good at all. There we go. Oh, I don't want to go that way. That's taken one of my lives. Yes, he has. I think if I can get to the top and I can dig a hole up here, I can pretty much convince them to... So you've got to get these things for your holy power to keep it like a timer, basically. The more holy power you've got, the longer you're going to last against the hordes. The hordes. They're not exactly a horde, are they? There we go. There's loads of them fell there. There we go. Come through, fall through that one. There you go. They love it, don't they? Love falling down on top of me. Theoretically, you could probably, take over half the side of the screen, and the horde wouldn't get you realistically, would they? If I did this, it's like that half of the screen's now horde protected, except for that bottom bit, of course. I'll go this way because I need some more holy power. I'm out of holy power. I did 16 kills. It was all right. Wasn't bad. Wasn't the best game in the world. It's not gonna, as I say, it's not gonna win any massive awards. But it was all right, wasn't it? I tell you what won't win awards is that cover though. That sort of cover of the guy running away, and it's. I mean, you could tell it's the 80s. He's got was it sort of a suede type jacket with a furry inners. Do you remember that when there was like sheepskin on the inside? Was it sheepskin on the outside? He's running away in that in the fires of hell. He's got a sheepskin jacket on in the fires of hell. Let me just reiterate that. Hell fires sheepskin jacket. You'd have thought he'd have been at least in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and a pair of things, but no, he's wearing denim trousers as well to go with his sheepskin jacket. It makes perfect sense. Clearly in the game though, he's got his pickaxe and he's wearing nothing at all because he's green from head to toe. Unless the pickaxe is an extension of his own arm, it's sort of a Rojaw type thing from 2000 AD. Is it Rojaw? No, what's the other one? Hammerstein. That's who I'm thinking of. Hammerstein. Sorry, Rojaw was this like companion with the sharp teeth, wasn't he? It was super cool. Yeah, sorry, I need to read some 2000 AD now. It's been a while. My favourite character from 2000 AD. I mean, obviously, everybody loves Judge Dredd. You've got to love Judge Dredd. The movie that with Carl Urban in is probably the best. Judge Dredd. Another load code. Judge Dredd ever. It's one of the absolute. It's a storming sort of movie. It's great, really good. I mean, the thing is, it could have been a TV series. The way that worked, you could have had so many episodes, and you could have just done you could have done a crime a week or a long running thing. It would have been cool. It would just be fine because he's such a authoritarian figure with literally this is the law and that's it. There's no black and white. There's no black and white with him. There's no shades of grey. It's just it. Brilliant movie, well worth seeing. But my always favourite was always Rogue Trooper, and it was the Quartz Crystal Massacre, wasn't it? Where all of his fellow genetically modified soldiers were killed, and they're all blue, and it's because they're on this planet, all these toxic planets. They're kind of used on mining planets, and the planets are so toxic that they had to create these people who were basically immune to all poisons and corrosives and all kinds of things, super soldiers effectively, so that they could work in this environment. The sort of basically genetically modified super whatever it is. Have you ever seen the movie Titan? I think it's on Amazon Prime. And I'm just thinking about this. In Titan, they basically try and create a region, not to spoil the story too much, but they're basically trying to land human beings on a different planet, and they realise that genetically that it won't work unless you modify the genetics of the human being. It's quite a good sci-fi in that sense. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be, but it's all right actually. It's not bad. I quite like Titan. A little bit of a slow burn. It takes quite a while to get through the whole thing, but really good. Now this is Phoenix. Phoenix is a conversion of an arcade game by the same name, but not spelt Phoenix the same way, should I say. And Phoenix on the Spectrum is by far one of the greatest conversions you'll ever see of an arcade game. To be fair, I've played Phoenix the arcade game. This is blooming spot on. The lack of colour clash, the clever sprite work. I mean, look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything about this is a work of art when it comes to a conversion. So another sip of coffee and we're going to give it a go. Cracking game. And a friend to the channel, Daryl, he was so kind. He sent me a copy of this. I was blown away when he did that. Absolutely blown away because I was looking for it. Right, Cap Shift Z space and enter barrier. Right, okay, level 1. I remember Phoenix, the game itself, the arcade game was released. I think it was either literally 1980 or 1981, but it was a very it was one of those arcade games that was out there, and it's really good. Honestly, it's one of the better arcade games you get out here, from a Spectrum, from a conversion point of view, and actually it plays really well. I should have hit my barrier there. Really bad, wasn't I? I like the way it just oh yeah, damn! And just hurl it down once you get to a certain point. I'm doing really badly now. Oh, forgot you can multi-fire. Or you can fire a certain number of shots beforehand. That's really handy. Running out of space. There we go. Cool. You can shoot the eggs like that, but if you wait for them to kind of get a little bit further through, you can get them with the birds in them and get extra points, I think, if the birds come out of them. There we go. There's the birds. Whoa, look at those. So cool, though, isn't it? Look at it. How good this is. I mean, seriously, this is a good one. Right, here we go. Bird section again. Let's get rid of these things before they do that. Extra points for Birds before they convert. Oh, when they convert. Here we go. Whoa, look at that. Got him with my barrier. That was a cool move. Now, here's the mothership. And we basically have to blow a hole in and shoot the pilot of the mothership, which is very cool indeed. I've just died. I'm really enjoying that. It's a brilliant game. Fantastic game. I'm going to have another go because that's really good. So, Mega Dodo Software, whoever they were, this M.W. Ward, right, is an absolute legend. He created one of the greatest specky games that you have struggled to get hold of nowadays. It's still. But mind you saying that, I saw one the other day. It wasn't overly expensive. I think it was about £15, which wasn't too bad. I don't think for a conversion of one of the greatest specky sort of shoot 'em ups you're ever going to see. It's really, really good. This is a cracker. You have to listen to the music, unfortunately, when it goes into the thing, but... Oh, damn you! I actually flew into the thing. That was a silly thing to do. I'm not shooting as fast as I was before. I don't know why I'm shooting slower. I don't know why it's shooting slower. Oh, it's shooting faster now. It seems the second level you can shoot faster. At first level you can't. Weird. Or maybe I've glitched it somehow. I don't know. There we go. There we go. Get hold of these birds. Come on, birds. They're going to spawn. That's the one. It's such a good game, isn't it? Look at that. What a great shoot 'em up. This is one of the best that are out there. I was listening to I was on a live stream a couple of days ago. If you missed it, I'll put a link in the description below. I'm going to do that with pretty much every video this week. But I was in a live stream and we're talking about the Evercade, and the Evercade's kind of a modern day solution for those retro gamers. But it's also a collection thing. It also allows you access to what you might not have played previously. That was really bad. I keep getting to the mothership and I keep dying. I'm going to have another go. And it was a really good, and I really enjoyed the live stream. I enjoyed sort of chatting and motor-mouthing it as I do, and we just discussed the Evercade itself and arcade games themselves. And this is one that I would like to see on the Evercade. I'd like to see the arcade version of this on the Evercade, just because it just means it's easy, isn't it? Modern day telly, you just plug it in, HDMI, all this kind of stuff. Very simple, very easy to kind of manage and manipulate. Not a big problem for anybody, but yeah, I think it's one of those games that I would like to see there, definitely. I'm not doing well there. Oh God, this first section why is it to get me so bad? Oh, it gets me really badly. Got that one ship and then we're all right next, because then you can multi-fire for some reason. You can't do it in the first level. It's like the first level's like the training course for the whole thing. And then you're all right because you're multi-firing. You can't do it on the first level. Weird. Oh, died. No. Oh, no, made it. It seems. I have made it. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Defended the Spectrum on there. Defended the Spectrum. And had a good... I think I had a good chat. If you want to listen to me talking rubbish, then feel free to have a little look at that. As I say, put the link in the description below. I put the shield on a bit too late there. And shield myself from those flying eggs. I really want to get to the boss again. Just one more time. I know, I'm just getting excited here. I'm quite enjoying this one. It's one of my faves, as I say. And as I say, a friend of the channel, Daryl, sent me a copy of this. I was delighted when he sent it to me. I can't say how much it meant to me actually getting that. Just because at the time I was struggling to find a copy of it, and then or I kept missing it on things like Sinclair for Sale or eBay or whatever else it is. And he just sent this thing to me. Just here you go, add it to your collection. Oh wow, it's still on pride of place on the shelf. Actually, it still sits there looking at me. And I keep going, that's just brilliant. That's really brilliant. I'm going to try very hard not to get killed here. There you go, got you. That was the way to do it, wasn't it? Put the barrier on. Oh, look at this. Multi-fire. Multi-fire. I don't know why the second level allows you to do that, because it's really odd that you can't do it in the first one, but you can do it in the second one. There we go. Oh, I'm going to get lots of birds this time round. Lots of them. The barrier's great, but you can't fire when it's on. Which makes sense, obviously. Because you can't fire through a thing, but I don't... Is that bird poop, do you think? They're firing bird poop? I'm getting bird pooped. And we go another 200 points. Look at the graphics on this. This is brilliant. Perfect as well. Perfect arcade palette on the Spectrum for this one. Just the right colours for everything. Here we go. I'm going to kill a few more of these if I can. That's it. Got my barrier at the right time there. Missed the barrier there and ran into the edge of the screen. It's fine. We'll get them this time. Come on. That's him down. Come on, go, 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 die. There we go. And then spaceship. Boss, 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 boss. There you go. Come on, boss. Let's shoot him. Oh, got by his... I'm trying to... I'm not sure. Oh, God. I'm shooting through his boss, sort of, his level there, but I don't know what happens there. Do I have to just, like, shoot his core? He's not really moving much. Got him! 5,000 points! Just got the shot through at the end there. Lucky. And then we go through again to the first level. That's it. I've actually looped the game. That's kind of me finished it. Don't think so. But anyway, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm gonna see how far we can get for a second, because I've actually quite enjoyed this one. So it's just tough. You'll have to watch. It's what you're here for anyway. You love it. Yeah. There we go. I was watching Dad and Lads Gaming. I quite like Dad and Lads Gaming, which is a chap called Marcus, Tommy, and Jake, and they kind of talk about their sort of gaming pickups and other things, and they're quite interesting. They're quite nice lads. So, but they're into this. They're into their manga at the moment, which seems to be the current thing with kids of the generation. I used to like manga back in the day. It was Akira for me, and Fist of the North Star, and things like that. But they're all into it now again. And includes my own daughter. She's quite into the manga stuff as well. But I realised I got a few comics in the back that I'd sort of collected duplicates of. Well, to be fair, I was going to sell them in the future, but never got around to it. So I thought I'll send them some things to give them a bit of a sort of tutorial on DC Comics, because I kind of went to DC Comics. I quite like DC Comics. There's DC and Independence for me, but yeah, I've found a copy of the Return of Doomsday for them, which is not a bad comic. I found them a copy of Luther from Brian. Oh, he's got a funny last name, a little bit like my own. But I found one. It's got the artwork is absolutely stunning, called Luther. I think I thought I died for a minute there. Yeah, got to shoot over. Oh, got me. Final round to the boss again, and he got me. Brilliant. So, Luther, and I think I got one other one for them. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. I think it was the Red Lanterns, which is Atrocitus, if you know who the Red Lanterns are. He's like the big boss of that. It's kind of cool, actually, to be honest with you. Red Lanterns are anger. If Green Lanterns are your hope. I always like, not hope, sorry, is this determination or something like that, isn't it? I can't remember exactly what one it is. But I always like the blue ones. My blue ones are my favourite. The Saint Walker is my favourite Blue Lantern. He's hope. Basically, he's actually literally hope. That's what the blues are. So I always like blue. I think blue's cool. Right, another load code. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favourite sort of my favourite sort of things. I do like the blues. I've even got a blue. I've got a Hope T-shirt, one of the Blue Lantern Hope T-shirts. I quite like them. It's almost just one of those things that is a little side. You know, if you got favourite sort of characters and things like that, and definitely Saint Walker of the Blues is definitely one of my favourite sort of lanterns as such. I think I'm probably the only person in the world, by the way, who didn't really mind Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern. I think that's possibly the case. I actually like him as Deadpool, of course, and I want to see more Deadpool. But of course, there's a certain company beginning with D who's bought it all. Have you seen the number of things they've got rolled out, coming out? I think I'm getting fatigue now. I don't know about you, but I'm getting sort of Star Wars fatigue. Really, they've got about 12 shows in the next 18 months coming out. 12. And they won't be quality. They'll be mediocre at best. They don't really care. They just want to churn it out and sell more. And then you've got the Marvel run out, which is there's literally 24 things in the next 12 months. 24 different programs, from TV series to movies. This doesn't include the merchandising and games and all the other stuff that goes with it all. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit. They're wearing me out. I don't know about you. What I would rather. I know this is never going to happen. I mean, they must have warehouses full of scriptwriters or something like that, or you know, and maybe they're chicken-style batteries where they kind of tap away at the keyboard all the time, and they feed them food, and then when they get old enough, they slaughter them to feed other movie execs or something like that. But anyway, but the point is that I'm getting a bit. I'd rather have, if you're really going to do it, I'd like maybe one show a year for like 6 episodes that was brilliant. You know what I mean? Like the best. You know, the like, you know, Star Wars chills. You know, the ones you used to get when you went to see Star Wars when you were a kid at the pictures, and you saw Star Wars and the hairs on the back of your neck stood up because it was that blooming good. That's what I want. I will admit that I enjoyed Mandalorian because it was Saturday morning TV pulp. It was mediocre, maybe slightly better than mediocre, but it was Saturday morning pulp. I quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because of that. It was space, you know, cowboy type things. I still object to the stormtroopers not being able to shoot the lizard. That really annoyed me. But anyway. Mandalorian I quite liked, and then we got Baby Yoda, and then we gave rid of Baby Yoda, and we gave it to Luke Skywalker, and then we had Boba Fett, which was pants. I think is a you know, it took the legend of Boba Fett and took a great big steaming turd on it, but of course that wasn't really Boba Fett. That was Mandalorian 2.5, because we had at least 2 episodes with the Mandalorian in it, and those are the episodes everybody blooming enjoyed. I think the rest of it's just so is so forgettable. To be fair though, the Mandalorian's pretty much is forgettable. I think the first season of it you won't remember much about it realistically. So it is pretty forgettable. But that's the same for me with things like Knight Rider. When you used to watch Knight Rider on a Saturday afternoon, or what was that thing? Deep sea vehicle, DSV, and things like that. Can't remember a blooming thing about any of them. It's like Stargate. Can't remember anything. Just mediocre, brain, you know, chewing stuff. Little bit of melt in there. Was it good? Yes, fair enough. It was good enough. It entertained me long enough. That's how I feel about sort of things like that. But Boba Fett was a bit of a destruction of a beloved character. In fact, it wasn't just a bit of a destruction. It was Disney hates Star Wars. And then we got. And I know I'm not playing the game here, but I'm waxing lyrical here. Leave me alone, man. But then we have the deconstruction. I'm sad, really. I'm sad because the way that they work it at the moment is that if I don't like it, I'm not a Star Wars fan anymore. But I am a Star Wars fan, and what I want is the best. I don't want mediocre. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of that. Let's go with speed. I want slow. 9. All right. Oh, is it just? What's the keys? Where's the keys? Oh, there's left and right. There's left. There's right. What's fire? Oh, that's up. That's down. There's fire. It's Centipede. Not a bad version of it. I think I've played this one before, actually, if I'm honest. I have. I think I've played this one before. Yeah, Centipede. Very much copied from everybody. Somebody said this in the comments the other day about things like this, the cloning of stuff to the Spectrum back in the day, from Japan to from Japanese games to American arcade games and all this kind of stuff, and the stealing of it. Realistically, the international sort of laws on copyright were probably not as strong or as stringent as they are nowadays. Everything has become more international, if that makes sense. So it is actually a good chance, and this is what they were hypothesizing. There we go, big word for today. Hypothesizing that it was possible that it was a struggle to actually sue the companies copying these games. It was too difficult to effectively take a loss out in the United Kingdom when you were a company in Japan. I kind of get that. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it, if you think about it? I can't believe that took so much to kill him there. Yeah, so, yeah, Medipede, wasn't it? This was called Medipede. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. To be fair, we've not had some bad ones all the whole thing. Even the Creatures from Hell. The cover's pretty cool. If you haven't put on here, obviously, but you can find it on the channel. Have a look. But it's been a pretty cool thing. I always like the fact that when you shoot the centipede itself, or the millipede, or whatever it is, that it turns into a mushroom, which are only worth 1 point or 10 points in this. 10 points, and you basically makes them bounce from one side to the other. So you can actually create clever players can create a funnel to shoot the thing straight down the level. But of course, the more they bounce, the faster they get to the bottom, and the more dangerous they become like that. Brilliant. It's a good game. I do like it. I never really thought of it as shoot 'em up, though. It's funny, isn't it? Isn't that how funny? It is a shoot 'em up. Without a doubt, this is a shoot 'em up. But I never thought of it as a shoot 'em up. Isn't that weird? Really is weird. I think it's weird anyway that I never thought of it as shoot 'em up. Do you think of it as shoot 'em up? I think of it when I think of things like Centipede and things like that. I think of Atari rather than the word shoot 'em up, and it is a shoot 'em up. Centipede without a doubt is a shoot 'em up, and as such I should adore it. And I've actually come to, as I got older, quite enjoy it and think it's a good game. I was never as enamoured as other people were with it, but I certainly over the years have got better with it in the sense of loving the whole thing. Let's see what's on this side. So we should have, what else have we got left on here? We've got Hunchback, yep, and we've got Cookie. Some good games this week. Really, really good games. I'm quite looking forward to digging through some of this. I've got so many boxes. I've got obviously this 21 plus tapes that he's got there, which is obviously longer than the season here. But we'll see if there's some duplicates, sort of double things. The only reason I do these ones where they're 15 minutes doing them as these kind of tapes is that we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games here. So 6 games is quite a lot of games to get through, even at the best of times. So you've got to remember, you've got to load them, and then you've got to play them for 5 minutes at least, or something similar. I love this game from ACG or Ultimate Play the Game. I always remember that for me, when after I'd had my first Ultimate game, and obviously that was Jetpack. My first Ultimate game was Jetpack, and after I'd had that, and I saw that logo, that Ultimate Play the Game, you kind of knew you were getting in for something good, something quality, something that was designed beautifully for the Spectrum, that was going to be a damn good game. And so whenever I see that logo loading on games, even the ones that I'm not that keen on, like the isometrics, but whenever I see that, actually, to be fair, I saw a copy of Cyberrun today. Very tempted indeed. Didn't go for it. Did pull the trigger on a batch of little Spectrum bits and pieces, including another cassette recorder. I thought it was a bit of a bargain for 25 quid. So I've gone for it. A little pile of bits, including some books. I'll see if I can remember to bring them in at the beginning of these things. These have become almost a pickups video a little bit as well, haven't they, at the beginning? So sometimes show you some new stuff. I'll show you that kind of stuff, by the way. But yeah, it became a sign of quality for me. It's just one of those things. Even those isometrics that I wasn't that keen on, the Night Laws and the Alien 8s and all that kind of stuff. I got the quality and the effort that went into those things, But I just didn't get the. I just didn't. I think I don't know what it was. I don't think I like the movement. That's what I would call. They're almost tank controls, aren't they? But they're really tank controls. It's like they're like up, down, left, right, but or north, south, east, west. But that's it. That's that kind of control, and it never sat particularly well with me. I was always happier with my flat screens or my sort of attic attack type style of screen. I was always happier with them. They kind of made more sense to me. But here we go. It's a cracker, this one. Let's get a sip of coffee and let's do it. All right, simple aim of the game. Aim of the game is to put the good ingredients into the pot, and then once you've got enough of those ingredients, he's chasing it there. I love the sort of Pac-Man-esque approach to that, where the sort of little level sort of whatever else is. So we've got to shoot the good ingredients, which are these ones, into the pot, and you see it's counting down. Now, of course, these ingredients are extremely dangerous. So we've got flour, we're piling the flour in. There we go. There we go. And if you put in something horrible out of the bin, you lose points. Simple as that. So that's the general gist of it. And there's 5 different levels, it seems, of pantry stuff. And as you can see, he's just put more horrible stuff into my food. Get out. So you push the flour on them. Oh no, I've ended up in my own food. Cannibalistic sort of place. Cannibalistic. Eat the bad stuff. Oh no, it's just chucked some more in. I should have tried to shoot that out of the way, but I didn't. Oh god, now I've been eaten by one of those. It's a really dangerous kitchen to work in, this one. It really is. Can't believe how dangerous it is. I don't know why I'm shooting in random directions right now, because I just need to get those into the blooming pots. It's not going to happen, is it? Look. I'm going to go downwards here. See if I can encourage them to go. No. I'm rubbish at this one. Not one of my favourites. Not one of my favourites. Go on, get in. Get in. Nope. You get out. Sugar! I managed to stop the dead fish going in, or the fish skin, and still managed to make an absolute hash of it. Right, okay. I'm going to move on, because although I've played Cookie before, it's one of those games I've played before. I'm going to see if there's anything else at the end of this tape. I doubt it somehow, but we'll give it a try anyway, just in case. You never know. Some of the old history of the past things going on. History of the past. I'm a bit unnerved right now. My wife's poking around at my pile of stuffs in the room. Oh no, she's taking the sofa. She's taking the sofa for some reason. I don't know sure why she's taking the sofa. Why are you taking the sofa? Oh, she's decided to sort my stuff. Do you know how nerving it is to have somebody sorting your stuff right behind you? It's a bit scary. I'm sure that they probably deserve sorting, but she's looking at things. Right, okay, it's definitely finished. That's the end of the tape. Let's get over to the other side and let's push the button. Right, okay. So, straight away to loading. What's this? This is meant to be Hunchback. I kind of like this. It was a British arcade company that originally produced Hunchback, and then obviously this is the arcade. This is the ZX Spectrum conversion, which was actually, wasn't it one game that had all the parts in it, and then they took the other parts out and made it Hunchback 2. I always remember the cover for this. I think it's Bob Wakelin, the cover for it. It's a particularly wonderful looking animation. Of Quasimodo jumping over the thing to get to Esmeralda, who's the thing. Was it an opera first, or was it a story? I think it was a story. I think even Disney did it, but I doubt it's on the channel now, because of course it would be wrong to discuss a man with a hunchback rescuing a maiden now. I'm sure it comes with a huge warning on the Disney Channel. I'm having a bit of a go at the Disney at the moment, aren't I? Sorry about that. If you're a big fan of Disney, I do apologise, but I do think that they're just churning now at this point. I mean, just churning. It's a machine. It's a monster. And I think the problem with monsters is it's a bit like AAA industry. That was one of the conversations I had, actually, to be honest with you, during the whole thing. One of the conversations I had during that sort of thing is we were talking about indie developers and AAA, and I was like, I don't buy AAA anymore because I want to support people who have actually got real, fresh, new ideas. That was the beauty of the end of the 70s, early 80s, with when the machines got more and more advanced, like the Spectrum, so that you could actually write your own games. We got some really weird things. We got things that you didn't see before, and we got things that we didn't like. We got things that were different. You now get that from indie developers in modern day times. But I'm thinking things like Apple Jam here. Do you remember Apple Jam's a very weird game? I still don't know how to play it. It's something about getting fat and eating jam as a rat. It's really weird. But those games like that would nowadays they get hidden away. They're the deep dark corner of it's called itch.io and sort of Steam and other places. GOG isn't quite the same with its indie things. It's more of a curated collection rather than than just sort of anything green lit, unlike sort of Steam and I think itch.io realistically. But either way, it's still the indie is the cornerstone of invention. These are the good guys. They're out there, if that makes sense. There's some bad guys as well, of course. There's asset flippers, but either way, those are the people. Those are the good ones. Those are the ones you really want to sort of look out for and see what's going on. Recently, it'll have been uploaded yesterday. For instance, Crisis Wing, which is a fantastic sort of 60-bit style shoot 'em up. I've put that on my my thing there. That's available on sort of Steam and a few other places. It's going to come soon to the Switch. If you're a Switch lover, it's actually getting a physical release, funnily enough, as well. And it's a good shoot 'em up. It's a very good shoot 'em up. It's worth playing. It's worth putting your time and your effort in. And the one thing I've got to say about the Evercade, though, I mean, if I didn't mention it before, is that now they've got the new XP version of it, or EXP version of it. EXP version of it. I prefer it's just called XP. Then we'd have thought of Windows, wouldn't we? But the EXP version of which has got the Tate or Tate mode, where you basically play vertical shooters vertically, which is the right thing to do. Who wouldn't want to play them vertically? So that's a kind of game that would fit with that. And as an indie, you might want to put your product onto something like the Evercade, because it's a fantastic sort of console for an easy access, good budget price, and perfect for most people. And I kind of agree with it. I kind of agree with the upgrade from 2 years ago to the new version they've got. They've got success on their hands. Why wouldn't you not want to build on that success, if that makes sense? Why would you not want to produce the next model up the same way Nintendo did with the DS, the 2005 DS, and it went right up until 2000, I don't know, 12 maybe longer, and they did multiple iterations before they did the 3DS, which was the next model up effectively, and that was still backwards compatible, and that went right up until just last year when they stopped producing it. Nintendo has it can be a little bit crazy, but at the same time, it knows how to sell hardware. It really does. Anyway, quick cup of coffee, and then we're going to play Hunchback from Century Electronics. That's the people, Century Electronics. I think they're a British firm. Anyway. Oh, good. Right. Okay, can I remember the keys? This is the one that always gets me. I never remember the keys. What's the jump? I've got the left and right. What's the jump? What's jump? Jump? I think it's. I want to say it's P. It's a P. I do this every time. You'd think after all these times of playing it, but you got to remember the keys for them all. What's the keys? Is it symbol shift? Press the key. 1. Got to get to the bell, basically, in each one of the levels. There is a symbol shift. That's it. Got it. And you basically jump your way here, and then jump on the bell, and you go doo-doo, and you always get 900 points, because if you do it perfectly, it does that. Now, you got to be careful with this. It's a pixel-perfect jump. Jump, step too far, and you've had it. Nope, had it. Pixel perfect. If you don't touch it at the right place, you've had it. I always wonder what happened to that guy that comes up behind me. He climbs up the ramparts there. Does he die? That's pixel perfect. Do. Always the same. Pixel perfect jump, pixel perfect landing. There's no real physics to this. There we go. There we go. And we got it. Doo-doo. No, fell off. That little tiny gap there. Pixel perfect again. Any key. Right. Keyboard. I can do this time. We'll be okay. No dying. And over that one. And over that one. And I ran into the flying meatball. Obviously, it's a fiery ball, of course. It's not a meatball. There was a movie, wasn't there, as well? There was a Hunchback movie. Don't know what it's called, though. There's unnerving noises going on behind me. Things are being adjusted and manoeuvred. Oh no, God! I can't get past level 1. I think I'm being unnerved by things behind me. Scary things. Scary things that happen there. Let's go again. Let's go again. There we go. 1, 2. Why do I keep stopping? Keep stopping. Of course, you're timed as well at the top of the screen, because that's what the super bonus is. You should jump when you see it, not jump before you see it. I don't know why I can't do this now. Totally lost my ability to do that. Concentration is gone. There we go. Doo-doo. Right, brilliant. Next level. Just watch me fall straight off into the fire. Alright. Maximum extent. And I stepped forward to jump, and I died. Oh god, that was terrible. Let's do one more go. One more go. One more try. That was the thing back in the day with the Spectrum, wasn't it? We were brought up on the one more go kind of approach, weren't we? One more try. We can do this now. You know, we can make it. We can make the one more try. Oh, missed it. It hit its extent, and then I didn't push the button to jump. Oh, hang on. I could have waited then. I could have got it. Oh. Rubbish. Did you see the basic version of this that appeared on What's on Tape? I can't remember which episode it was, but there was a... What are you doing, man? That's time to quit. But there was a basic version of it that turned up in one of the episodes, and it was called Hunchback as well, and it was really, really good, except obviously it was optimised, it was basic, and it wasn't optimised in the same sort of way. It was really, really clever. I don't know whether it was a commercial release. I can't remember, actually. I'm sure it was just a type-in, and I'm sure somebody provided it in the comments below. I'm sure it was... Fighter Pilot is a load code. I didn't think it was. Right, there we go. Load code. I've got this one. It's one of those things. Back in the day, this would have been a mightily impressive thing. The fact that you had a flight simulator game on a 48K Spectrum. I mean, that's mind-blowing if you think about it. That you're attempting to simulate something like that. I mean, do you remember Microsoft's Simulator 1? Now, that was in, I think it was in VGA graphics, and you could actually play it in CGA graphics and EGA. The difference being, one was the color graphics color graphics array was the first one, which had a combination of 4 colors. So there was one and these are beautiful. I love this. Whoever chose these combinations was like, yeah, this will work. Nobody will notice. So the color combinations included, and I think there was only 2 sets of them. It was cyan, yeah, so that blue, that bright sort of sky-coloured blue, magenta, that beautiful pink, black and white, and then you had sort of earthy brown, green, black, and I think it was also, I don't think it was white. Well, I can't remember the other colour now. But anyway, and then you went up to EGA, which is the next mode up, which was the enhanced graphics array. And that could have 16 colours on the screen and double the sort of resolution. And then we hit VGA, Video Graphics Array, which allowed you to do 640 by 480 with pixels on the screen. This is where Microsoft started turning up with Windows. You know, you'd have that for your display with 16 colours. 16 colours, imagine that, 16 colours. And then of course it also had MCGA, which was multicoloured graphics array. So it was the same resolution as the original CGA, but it had 256 colours on screen. And this is where you see a lot of your good old game stuff, is that kind of thing. Your first Monkey Islands and things like that. Those are the graphics that they use when you play the remakes, and you can push back to the original graphics. Those are the versions they use. Really impressive. I mean, it was back in the day. We were blown away. It's like, wow, look at all the colours on the screen. Wow, it's amazing. And you know, and the Amiga with its ham version of it, where it could have 4,096 colours. 4,096 colours in an enhanced view on the screen. Couldn't do anything with it. It was just view it, but he could do it. It was really amazing. We just thought it was a fantastic thing, those sort of displays and graphics. I can't even remember how I got here, by the way. I'm just rambling now about the computers and things like that, aren't I? Just rambling. I don't think, as I say, completely lost my train of thought and entirely where I was going. Oh, the graphic, yes. Flight Sim. That's what it was. Flight Sim. So Flight Sim, that came in EGA, and it was and VGA, 16 colours, and Microsoft Flight Sim version 1. Wow. We were just blown away that this, and to be fair, do you know, was it then that they even started saying it could be used as an actual tool for teaching pilots and things? I'm sure it was. Oh yeah, this is the landing practice and taking off. This is not going to go well. Air-to-air combat number 4. Let's do that. That sounds really sensible. Keyboard control, squadron, enter to take off. There's the thrust. Pulling the flaps back. Thrusting. The flap is back. I've pulled it back. Come on, lift off. Yeah, we're out off the end of the rope about the thing. Yeah, that was the one. That's the one. That's the screenshot. That's the one. That's the one I remember. Fighter Pilot from Digital, whatever else it is. It was one of those games I kind of fancied, but it never really, I'm going to quit, by the way, because I'm going to quit for a second, and I picked up lots of odds and sods the other day, and I really fancy trying one of them. So I'm going to go grab that in a second, just see if there's anything else on the end of this tape. There's a little bit of space. But that's the thing about Fighter Pilot. You really have to. It's one of these things you have to learn the instructions. I remember playing F-15 Strike Eagle for the first time on the PC, and I used to play it with a friend of mine, and we used to play it via what's known as a null modem cable, so a serial connection, a wire to each PC. You had a laptop, which was quite impressive, really, that you had a laptop back in the day. It was like 1,200 quid's worth of laptop for this tiny little screen and 386 processor. It was quite amazing, really. But I used to link it back. We used to link the two things back. So he would play co-pilot, and I would be the pilot flying the plane, and he'd target with all the missiles and things like that. It was kind of cool. It was very cool indeed. I think we're definitely finished. Right, so I'm going to go grab Postman Pat. Postman Pat, that's what it is. It's Pat the Postman, sorry, not Postman Pat. It's like kind of not the same version. Stay there. Hang on. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get it. Going back. I'm on my way. I'm running all the way. I'm here. Sorry, it's Pat the Postman. This is a Microgen game, and I kind of wanted to play it simply because it arrived this morning, and I thought that was kind of cool with the Postman, obviously. It was not called Pat, but it's Pat the Postman, and it has this sort of hand-drawn sort of picture on the front of it. And what I find most amusing about it is that Pat the Postman is actually scared of black and white cats. Terrified, in fact. He's being chased down by one with this thing with 2 short front legs and 2 long hind legs. It's a very artistic cat, to say the least. But it's a black and white cat, and he's being chased down with it. I don't think he's a postman now. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't work for Royal Mail. I think he may be. I think he might be an imposter, which is possibly why the cat's chased him down with the ferocity of a mountain lion, with 2 short front legs and a dodgy looking face. But I thought we'd play that just to finish off, because why not? You know, I've only spoilt you with 6 and 7 games now. Spoilt you, spoilt. So look, let's see there, he's getting chased by the cat again. There it is again. Pat the postman. Maybe that's the aim of the game. You Pat the postman. Hang on, that looks like a postman Pat. But this is Pat the postman, so obviously the building's on fire though. The cat's like, look, the building's on fire, but that doesn't seem like that in the front cover. No, there is. There's a building on fire in there. I haven't even noticed that. Hang on. I need my magnifying glass. Wait a second. I need my magnifying glass. I need to investigate this scene of destruction. Brace yourselves. It seems the post office is on fire. I've just realised when I've zoomed in there, I can't see it normally, but when I've got the zoomed in, I've got the magnifying glass out. It seems the post office is on fire. The fire brigade coming. British Rail is driving a train over the bridge, and Pat is. There's a little badge on Pat. Can't tell what it says. Pat is being chased down by his cat. So his cat is like, "Come on, Pat. We've got to get back to the post office. It's on fire." I'm not sure why it's on fire, but it's on fire. Quick, back in your with your black and white cat. But it actually looks like in this, it looks like his cat's on fire. Maybe he's actually looking at the fire. He could be looking at the fire. It's so weird. It's just a very weird game, indeed. I actually thought the cat was chasing him down. You know, maybe he owed him money or something like that. Maybe he got some treats in his pocket or something. He's hunting him like a mountain lion. But it's not. It's actually a very animated cat, it looks like, on there. It's probably why he doesn't like walking on why he's got such short front legs, because he's actually got hands, look, he can point. He's got opposable thumbs. Be careful, they take over the world. If you've watched... what's it called? Love, Death and Robots on Netflix. I highly recommend that series, by the way. There's 3 seasons of that one. Recommend that one. If you're into sci-fi, and you're into a bit of horror as well, and you're also into, well, it's not really love, because there's not very little love-related ones on there, to be honest with you. Well, there's some. But there are a series of sort of animations, short films, cartoons, quite surreal, some more interesting ones, and it runs for, they run for sort of 20 minutes to half an hour each, and there's some cracking stuff on there, some really good things, and one of those episodes is about cats and the future of the world and cats, and I really, really, really like it, and I really like the series. It's well worth it. Just, sign up for a month, watch it, and then disconnect from Netflix. It's probably worth it just for that. I think there's 12 episodes in the first season, 12 episodes in the second, and 12 in the third. So it's worth it. You get your money's worth if you sign up for 1 month and then unsign up. Amateur, professional. Do you know what's worse? There's no instructions. So I'm going to read the instructions out to you here. Brace yourselves. Pat has to collect parcels from the houses and get them to the mail train. The only trouble is he's forgotten which houses he has to go to. Watch out, the post office burns as he runs on for the fire brigade. Will he be in time? So the post office is on fire while he's trying to find the parcels. He's a crap postman, by the way. This is not Postman Pat. This is Pat the postman. He's just crap. He really is. He's like, was it? I don't know, Ernie, the fastest whatever it is in the West. Right, what's the controls? Oh, that's a good guess. It's the cursor keys. Right, so where's the parcels then, Pat? It's like, look, the fight. What the hell? I've been hit. Where's the parcels? There's parcels. They flash up occasionally. What's that? Have I got a parcel here? I'm not even sure what I'm doing this one. I have to admit, I do like the original Postman Pat that was produced by Alternative. That was. What is going on with these houses? So do I have to visit the houses? Yeah, I do. And then what do I do with this? How do I get them to trains? Do I just go back down the bottom there? Pile them in there. Thanks! I'm not sure what I'm meant to do with this. So I've got the... Shit. Message to Postman Pat. You have been suspended due to a loss of parcels. Yeah, to be fair, I think that the fact that he had to go find them in the first place was probably a factor in the whole thing. I would like another game. Yeah, of course I would. I'd like to collect... I'm going to be an amateur again. I'm going to collect 3 parcels. So he's basically... He's set... Oh, God, the thing's on fire. Post office is on fire. What do I do with post office? Oh, now I've got to get the parcels before the post office burns down. Now, they're fire engines that are driving... Oh, God, this is weird. This is such a weird game. It's like the worst version of hide and seek with parcels. Shit! I'm getting upset. Look, Pat. Alright, I'm not meant to go in the one that's on fire, basically. Oh, crumbs, this is bad. You have been suspended again. You due to loss of parcels. Yeah, I know I've lost all the blooming parcels. Let me off. Right. I do like the, as I say, I do like the alternative version of Postman Pat. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but with parcels and more tea rather than drugs. Right. Do I now just take this parcel to the post office? Yes! I've done 1 parcel. Peoples, I'm parcelled up. I'm high on tea and parcels. I reckon if this postman had more parcels, he'd probably be on it. He'd be on it. Oh no! Those things are horrible. The map for this is just really difficult. What's that? What do they do? What's that do? Nothing. Quick. The movement is a pain. Oh, the post office is on fire now. The movement is horrible. I can't go in that house. I've been there. I've got 3. Leave me alone. Sugar! You can go in the houses for safety, but it's really hard. Oh, God, I've set the place on fire again. I can't go in that one. Oh, God! Oh, I've been suspended again. I'm rubbish. I can't believe it. Loss of parcels again. What a weird game that is. As I say, Grand Theft Auto, a version of it is brilliant. You just drive around the town, delivering parcels, putting letters into people's houses, having random stories with people, saving sheep, and drinking lots of tea with Mrs. Goggins. Is it Goggins? Is it Goggins? Goggins? Can't remember what the name of the lady is who runs it. I'm sure it's Goggins. But anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.